trampoline is easy because it converts your downward kinetic energy into elastic potential energy, which propels you upward. Are you jumping on a trampoline or ground?
You really want to know and learn how to play fast octaves properly. You really need to change your mindset of how you think of playing octave is. Don't imagine yourself jumping on the ground, but jumping on the trampoline.
The question is, how can you really feel that trampoline bounce on the keyboard? By doubling or tripling? So we're trying to convert the downward kinetic energy into elastic potential energy, which will propel you upward. So you feel that the same reaction when you're playing just single octave, right? So once you press down, remain on standby, right, to prepare for the next chord. Right, make sure you don't push down, but it's completely opposite. All right, we're trying to convert the downward kinetic energy force into elastic potential energy to move upward. Do you feel that bounce? If you still cannot feel, try to double the octave, then you'll be able to feel that bounce very clearly. You can also triple. Can you feel the bounce? It's very, very important that you play octaves with a full relaxation. Make sure your elbow is dangling, fluid, and also relax your wrist, forearm, your shoulder, the whole body. Yeah, it's fully relaxed. If you feel any tension, then you're gonna feel pain immediately, right? So make sure the whole body. So make sure you don't jump off the keys, but remain on standby, right, to prepare for the next chord. Alright, and then you move horizontal, not vertical. Make sure you move horizontal. You feel that bounce? Don't push down, but feel that trampoline bounce. It depends on which finger bring out the voice. If your thumb brings out the melody, then you have to put more pressure on your thumb, and then the rest of the finger just kind of scratching, you know. So don't feel that you have to put equal amount of weight, pressure onto every single fingers. Then it gets heavy. It gets really heavy. You're gonna start having pain, so make sure you know exactly which finger will bring out the melody, and that is the only finger that where you need to apply more pressure or arm weight, right? So now I'm trying to bring out my thumb. The rest of them, I would say only like 20 or 10 to 20% of arm weight pressure, and then thumb will have about 70 to 80% of arm weight pressure, right? So now I'm trying to do the pinky voicing. Bring out the voice with your pinky, then the rest of the finger will kind of just flicking or just scratching, right? And then try to lean more towards your pinky to put more pressure and arm weight, right? So don't think that you have. So now we're going to practice doubling and tripling the octaves, okay? So we're gonna start off with doubling. And then now we're going to triple. Yeah, so that's how you practice all your pieces with octaves, doubling and tripling. So you learn how to relax fully, and also you learn how to play with the trampoline bounce, and so you can play with ease and a full relaxation. So if you don't feel that trampoline bounce, you end up pushing down. If you push push down like that to the keys, you won't be able to speed up at all. And it sounds very painful, sounds very heavy. And here's the thing, some students might think, oh, then how can I play octaves in fortissimo? How can I play octaves in fortissimo? Remember, fortissimo has nothing to do with the harshness or heaviness of your sound. It's more like creating more volume. And so you know exactly which note you have to accentuate. So you're not accentuating every single note to play octaves fortissimo, just the first note out of 4. First note out of 6 depends on the passage of the music. So you decide which note you have to accentuate, which note you have to relax and release. There's no way that you can play every note with accentuation, right? So in that case, you play only the first one loudly. So that's how you create more volume to play octaves in fortissimo loudly. So we practice octave passages with doubling and tripling, right? Now we just play as it's written, just a single octave. Right? You're gonna feel much easier and faster. So if there's any section of fast octaves, you feel like you get stuck, you feel like you cannot speed up, you feel like your hands, arms getting heavier, this is how you're supposed to practice. Doubling and tripling so that you can feel the trampoline bounce and also full relaxation. After you practice by doubling, tripling, try to play single octaves as is written on the music. You're gonna feel 10 times easier to speed up.